Welcome to part number 4 of Navigating CRM Implementation Pitfalls. In the previous video, part number 3, we talked about insufficient training and how it leads to catastrophes in CRM implementations. In this part, we are going to talk about lack of integrations. If you'd like to know more about the research we conducted and the study, click on the link above to learn more from our introduction video. In part number 4, we are going to have 7 sections and we are going to start with data silos. That will be section number 1. Let me give you a very common example, a bad one, but it's a common one. Prospects that we are talking to will use Zoho CRM as their sales system, and they will use QuickBooks as their finance system. QuickBooks as a company do not have proper APIs in place, or they have some APIs, but they're not smart APIs that can do good job. So it's a crappy integration as an example. When you have people doing their sell on Zoho CRM, they will copy the information and they will paste it into QuickBooks because the integration that is in place is not good enough. In that case, there are many cases that you will have wrong data entry from one system to another. So let's say that you have in QuickBooks a company name A. In Zoho CRM, it's Amazing Business Results. Same company. If the customer is closing a deal in your CRM, the bookkeeper will copy the information into QuickBooks and will create a completely new account. Now, you don't know that ABR is owing you money and now you sold another deal, which means more debt to the company. You understand? There are many problems. So when you have those data silos, you have multiple applications that are not talking to each other. That's a big problem. I really like the Zoho One concept, and there are more business suites like that. But we are dealing with Zoho specifically. You have one layer of data and many applications using it. That's how it should be. Also, Zoho will offer an open API, which means I am able to connect to third-party applications, no problem at all. In some cases, we even have a web interface that is being used as a portal. So my customers can go to this portal and they can see basically all the data from the CRM that I want them to see, and that allows me to connect the data in different levels. But the bottom line is, when data is being changed in one system, it will affect the other system automatically. So it's all integrated and connected. So data silos, it's a big no-no. If you have a way, move from crappy systems that do not provide proper integrations to quality ones that can integrate together and talk to each other properly. Next, we are going to talk about inefficient workflows. Let's assume that you have an e-commerce store. Whenever the e-commerce store will have a sale, in most cases, the business owner or the accounting will receive a sale over their email, or they will need to log into the back end of the e-commerce system and create it as a deal in the CRM, all manual. This is a problem. If you have a proper workflow in place, whenever there is a sale on the e-commerce platform, which this is the trigger of the integration, there will be a webhook, some kind of a connection to your CRM that will automatically create a deal. And the deal will be closed won, and it will know how to reconcile also the money. So everything is connected. And we did it many times. You can see that those companies that didn't have those integrations in place, and now they do, they have much more spare manpower that they can now utilize to productive tasks versus copy-paste. You can also see a drastic decrease of inefficiencies and errors in their systems because now everything is logged properly because there is a trigger that is creating this automation and it's always working. Those systems do not have hangover, they're never sick, they're always doing what they're supposed to as long as the coding is working good. The next point will be poor customer insights. Let's assume that you have your CRM. The CRM is supposed to be connected properly to, let's say, an email marketing campaign system. In most cases, when we have new prospects coming in, you will see that they will use, let's say, MailChimp as their email system or Constant Contact or other systems, and those will be connected in a very poor way to the CRM. So only when there is a new contact in the CRM, this contact will be inserted into the mailing list. So that will be most of the cases, the only integration. But what I want to see as the salesperson is whenever I'm going to a contact, I want to see in the CRM all the related campaigns that were sent to this person. I want to see a list of all the email marketing campaigns, if they were opened, bounced, clicked. I need to have some statistics so I can take better decisions as a salesperson. If you have this integration as an example, as a good integration, you have Zoho CRM integrated with Zoho campaigns, everything is in one place. Also, when data is being changed in one system, I want this data to be changed on the other system. If the customer called me and said, don't send me any more emails, and I will mark this customer as opt-out from my CRM, in most cases, it will not affect the campaign system. And then this customer will continue to receive mass campaigns, which then he will be pissed off even more. There need to be proper integration between the different systems, because otherwise it will affect both your customers and also the way that you work with your customers. The next point will be limited reporting and analytics. If you don't have all the data points connecting together, you will not be able to produce proper reports or analytics or KPIs. Let's assume that you like to know the profitability of a specific project or projects in your company. In order to achieve that, you will need to know the sales portion, what happened on the sales, the amount paid. You need to know commissions that were paid to employees. You need to know all the details about the sales side. You will also need to know everything about the project side. What happened during this project? How many hours were consumed? How many bugs? And so on and so on. Based on all that, you can know the project profitability. In addition, you will also need to know what was paid and what you paid in the accounting system. So now you have CRM, project management system, and accounting system. All those three together needs to be talking to each other so I can produce a quality report that will show me the profitability, the real profitability of those projects. And if you don't have the systems talking to each other, there is no way for you to produce those reports. We do see companies that's coming to us and claiming that they have quality reports, but it's fake. You will see reports that are based only on the CRM. But in the CRM, you don't have the money side. You don't have the hours that were logged against the project. So the company assumes that if an $100,000 project was created, they assume that their average 65% profitability is there, and therefore they know, the amount. But this is incorrect. Once you're starting to dig into the numbers and you connect the databases properly, in most cases, business owners are shocked from the results. So that's a big point to think about. The next point will be inconsistent communications. I love it. Let's say that you go to your contact page and you see your client. You will see that no one talked to this client in the last 6 months. You will jump on this client and you will start that you're sorry, we didn't have time, whatever story. And the client tells you what you're talking about. Yesterday, Matthew talked to me. Or you talk to the contact, and the last communication that you see that the customer was happy because there is a positive survey. You talk to this customer, and then you see that he is completely unhappy because something happened with him, and you already had a communication with your team members about it. But you're in the dark. You don't know what's going on. When there is proper integration between text messages, WhatsApp, emails, tasks, meetings, everything is in one place. It's very simple for the team members to know what's going on with this specific customer. It doesn't make sense that I will offer a customer a new deal when his existing deal is right now in pain. Doesn't make sense. Why would this person even say yes? He will be pissed off that you have the nerve to ask him for more business when you can't take care of your existing business. I like to see everything in one place. It needs to be very clear what's going on. There need to be proper notes. There need to be proper emails. Not only the emails that I sent, emails that everybody's in my company sent. So it will be very clear to understand who is talking to who and what was determined, when was the last communication with this person. Everything needs to be very clear. So inconsistent communication will be a big one to work on. The last point will be reduced efficiency. When you're thinking about integrations, you need to think about different databases, data buckets. Those data buckets need to know how to talk to each other. When you're selecting systems, always think about integrations. In the old days, there was no meaning if you have integrations or not. These days, it's critical because the bottom line is the more data you have, the more you can do with it. You can be also more efficient. Reduced efficiency when it's related to integrations can be seen when you have two systems that are not talking to each other, and then things will need to be done manually. Every time that you have a human doing something manually, there is a chance for errors, and it's all also depending on people. Some people are detailed, and if they are detailed, they will have less chances of mistakes, but they will have mistakes. And you have some people that are not detailed, and this is the oh my god part, that lots and lots of mistakes are being done. So the bottom line is integrations will be a huge part in the reason why CRM implementations fail. In part number 5, we are going to talk about vendor selection and how it's contributing to CRM failures. If you like this session, thumbs up is always appreciated. It will help us promote this video, and Google and YouTube will like us more. If you have anything to say, the comments are the right place to do it. In the description below, there are some information about our company in case that you inquire about us. Thank you very much for watching this session. We'll see you in the next one.